Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another chess video. We are going to play 15 plus 10 rapid game on lichess.org. This is probably the second most popular chess website after chess.com, and we're going to get a game on. Thanks for those who watched the first video. It was very exciting to upload chess to the channel for the first time. And hopefully, can get a little more feedback in terms of the comment, a little more engagement. Um, in fact, why don't we, as a question to everyone, if you have played chess, maybe share down below what your experience with chess is. Do you play a lot? Do you play often? Have you never played before? And then we'll go from there. So this is called the Sicilian Defense for black. And I usually like to go with the Alapin. Again, I know all these opening names sound silly and funny. I've been facing this a lot recently, where black pushes this pawn afterwards. I don't really care for it, if I'm being honest, but I have been pushing every now and then, but I kind of like this move. And then we'll do this. Interesting choice. Okay. So you can't see our rankings. This is Zen mode. If I take Zen mode off real quick, you could see that my opponent is 1830. I'm 1791. Of course, these are Lichess ratings. Okay. um, I could push, but he's probably looking to do this at some point. So I'm just going to block. And then we'll go from there. Right now, I'm just looking to develop my pieces. He decides to push the pawn, probably opening up his bishop to defend, which is a very typical move. I'm just going to castle. Just going to castle, get our king safety straightened out. And we'll go from there. Okay, so he's kind of following suit. I can, choose to bring out the bishop. That's fine. I could probably push this pawn up maybe to, prevent this. Really not much going on just yet. I probably want to get my bishop out. Another defender. I typically like to, pin the knight right here with the bishop, but I'm not really feeling that right now. He could do something like this or this, but who knows? He's probably going to castle, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of doing like very rudimentary development. Okay, so he goes for that, which is interesting. I have a couple of choices. I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. Depends on what I want to do. His queen is pretty active. Excuse me. I could opt to just take with the queen and kind of get his queen off the board since it's the most active piece. I imagine he's not going to do that, but I could also see him just trading because it's like the easy thing to do. He decides not to, which is, I find interesting. Okay, so this is interesting. He opts not to take the queen, giving me a choice to then remove it or move it away, which I kind of am okay with. I can move it like here, for example, which I kind of like. And let's see, in that case, he might do this, in which case that's just a waste. I could go here, which is kind of interesting as well. Or I could just get rid of it which is probably, and if I do, I imagine he's taking with the knight. After which point, you know what? Let's just trade queens. Okay, and then he's looking to take the bishop after that, which I didn't really sneak out. And I don't really want him to do. So I'm going to offer a trade of bishops. Because I don't want to trade the bishop for the knight. In general, the theory is that the bishop is more valuable than the knight, but it really depends. It's all about what the situation is, as well as personal preference, in my opinion. Okay. He's probably just going to put this up, something like that. Now, what's a good square for the knight? Going back seems boring, but just because it's boring doesn't mean it's wrong or a bad move. Centralize is good, but he can just kick it out again. In which case, I really can't go too many other places. I mean, I could, but it's like, I don't know. It's just, at this point, it's like, where do I want to go? In fact, I'm just going to go here. Mainly to see if I can entice this, which I don't think he would do, but if he did, then that would create a weakness in his pawn structure, so I doubt he's going to do that. And then I can bring this guy out. My knights are kind of working in tandem. Game's very much wide open. Kind of don't really have a plan right now. Okay, so he decides to go there. I think I'm just going to bring my knight out. Whoop-de-doo. He still has 2 undeveloped pieces. And then at this point, I'm going to bring this up so that he can't bring this knight here. So just kind of limiting his options here. And then I'd like to move my rooks somewhere else, a little more proactive. This is currently undefended. I almost want to move. Okay, we're just going to start with this. He doesn't really have that. Okay, so he wants to do that, which I find really... Oh, my knight is currently trapped. Yeah, so my knight is trapped. There's nowhere for it to go. Here, I get eaten. I clearly can't go anywhere here. I get eaten here. Whoops. Here, I get eaten. Here, I get eaten. So I totally missed that. But now this is weakened. So the question is, how can I make the most out of losing this piece? That's kind of the main question I have right now. How can I make the most of that? And I think the best I can come up with is I can just let him eat it, which is always an option. Okay. I'm not calculating enough for this, but I'm just going to go here. So he's going to take. That's what I assume, at least. And then I'm going to take with my knight, and then this is pinned. The knight is pinned, or the rook is pinned by the knight. Okay, so good. So he can't move this anywhere because I... Okay, so he misses it. He misses it. He didn't realize this was unprotected. Wow. And now, in fact, I win multiple pieces. So by taking this knight, I put him in check, and then this is a discover attack on his other bishop. So we take, he takes with that, and then I take his bishop. He's going to move this up here. And he's pretty much struggling. He's probably going to resign. We're up +6. I kind of got lucky there, if I'm being honest. He made a blunder after doing so well to trap my knight. He goes ahead and gets ahead of himself, moves his knight away, opens up to take... Oh. And then he blunders the rook straight away. He tries to get clever. He tries to get clever thinking that if I take this... Oops, and he resigns. And he wants a rematch. Why not? Let's give the guy a rematch. He's pissed. And I don't think we got the rematch in time. Oh, did we? We did. Okay, let's see if he's still here. He is. He has the white pieces this time. Hope everyone's doing good. I respond with the Caro-Kann again. Interesting. Okay, this is all going by pretty fast. We traded queens early, which happens sometimes. And it is what it is. I'm a little surprised that last game went as fast as it did, but that does happen. And sometimes we're on the winning end of it, sometimes we're on the losing end of it. So what I love is that I have castling right still, and he is just out and about doing wild shit. But it's not like I've won the game by any stretch. It's just a queenless middle game. I'm gonna take over this long diagonal. By long diagonal, I mean this right here. This bishop covers this whole thing now. He's probably going to bring this out or something. Or maybe this to threaten my bishop. Something like that. Okay, imagine he's trying to do this, which actually doesn't make any sense. But we're still in a great spot here. And we're going to just simply bring our knight out, develop. I don't know what he's trying to do with this. I think he's just like, I'm just going to push this out. Like, that's kind of like the scheme. Okay, now he's really prepping this, which is literally fine still. And in fact, I'm going to bring this up right here. So if he brings that up, I can just meet him. I can just meet him there. Still don't really think that does too much. So we're just going to castle, I think. Yeah. His king is in the center. 2 undeveloped pieces again. Kind of shocked at this level of play right now. Considering this at some point. Okay, he opts to bring his rook out, which is fine. I feel like I should be doing something over here. Can also decide to get rid of his knight. I really don't want this rook to get in the game much. I'm just going to move this here. Right, all his pieces are cramped right here. Which is very... I need to capitalize on this. I need to capitalize on this. I'm kind of looking to get his most active pieces off the board. This is currently defended by one piece, which is important to note. In fact, I forgot about that. So I'm kind of looking to get his rook or his knight dislodged. I'm not quite sure how yet. I mean, I could just do this. But then he brings it back, and then do I have another threat? I might. We'll see. Not quite. Can also contemplate pushing, trying to get some stress on this side of the board. I imagine he cannot be happy with his current position. But who knows? Who knows? We're just kind of waiting to see what he does. Again, leave down in the comments below, what level of chess experience you have. And feel free to leave your username, whether it's on chess.com or Lichess. I would love to play some games with y'all. That'd be awesome. And in fact, if anyone is looking for kind of like a tutor or a coach when it comes to chess, feel free to reach out. And maybe we can look into that. I've helped several people develop their chess game. Some from 1,000 ELO. ELO is this number right here, this little number right here. I've helped a number of people several people go from around 1,000 to whether it's 1,200, 1,300, up to 1,700. Obviously, it really depends on the player themselves, but in terms of just some guidance and playing games together for training, I'd be more than happy to help some folks out. It would be my honor. So yeah, we're waiting for him. I'm assuming he's still here. He's kind of taking a long ass time, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's what happens when you play these long time format games, is you get a lot of sitting and waiting, which is fine, right? That's part of it. I assume he's still in. I hope he's still playing. Let me check the chat real quick. Nothing. So yeah, either he's thinking or he's lagging or whatever. So at some point I want to create Luft. Luft is when you make you move a piece up for some purpose. In this case, I think it's called Luft. Point is, I'm making room for the king in case I need to escape for whatever reason. It's taking a while here. Don't know what's going on. Maybe he's decided to quit, which is very possible. I'm kind of exploring this idea. So if I go here, he takes, I take. I'm assuming he goes here. And then I'm wondering if I can pressure him here. But then he just goes down and this is open and then, no, don't really want that. Don't really want that. I'm more inclined to just give up this pawn, but okay, so okay, interesting. He decides to move. Finally. I feel like there's a move that I should... Okay, if I go here, takes, take. What if I move no, because then he can move here. Which I don't want either. I'm gonna be a lazy calculator and just go for it. We're assuming he's taking, and then I take, and then he takes back. That's what we're assuming. But I can also wait and just like bring this over or something. Right. So he does that. What oh, no, he can't do that. Okay, so interesting moment in the game. Again, I imagine he's going to take with the knight. That's what I would do. Yeah, okay. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, he can move it back here as well. That's actually a good move too. Okay. Interesting moment in the game. We gave up a pawn because we were just too lazy to figure out our options better, which is fine. That's a choice we made. I think at this juncture, I'd like to move this guy probably here. Right, so he moves it there, which is something we all figured. I'm just going to move this back. He has to take this. Yeah. Yeah, we knew that was coming. And then at this point, I think I'm going to create that lift we talked about. Still a weird game. I'm going to take this here. I want to get this knight in the game. Interesting. Not really what I wanted, but it is what it is, right? I'll go here. Okay. I need to get this knight in the game bad. Bad. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of his knight. If he decides to take, he can go here. He's probably pushing. No, he shouldn't do that. He's not doing that. Right. I'm winning this pawn back. I forked the king and the pawn. And we have more depending on what he decides to do. I know this video is running long. Interesting. We're just going to take this real quick. He has to move the rook. I imagine he's going to bring it down. Or maybe here. We're now going to go this way. We're now threatening a fork with these two pieces. He probably spots that. And we're back even. He has 4 pawns. Oops, I have 4 pawns. He has a knight, rook, rook. We're all square. He opts for that. And we got to go here. We got to go there. Yep. Okay. So we're in a little bit of a jam here. But we're going to defend just for now. He's probably going to move this here. Or move this up. If I was him, I would move this up. And we got to get our king activated. Yep. And so we are. The danger right now is I could get my knight trapped on accident, which I don't want to do, obviously. So we're going to bring it up. Yeah. I really feel like I should just let this go. I want to defend it, but I'm too nervous of getting my knight trapped. We don't want to do that. We do not want to do that. So if I bring this here, obviously that's defended, but then he just runs over and we're going to lose it eventually anyways. I feel like I should run over and chase this guy. That's what we're going to do. If he moves his king this way, we're just going to go up. No, but then he can just kind of mosey on over, I think. Yeah. Okay, that's, we were expecting this. Again, we're tied. We need to be careful here. A little bit tricky. We're in what's called the end game. Not clear cut whatsoever. Interesting choice. Do I try and... I imagine he's going to en passant here. If he doesn't, I'll be truly shocked. Okay. Surely he's considering it. I won't even explain what en passant is at this moment. If our opponent does en passant, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Right. So if you notice this, right, I went up a square, but he can still take somehow. It's called en passant. I won't even try and explain it. It is what it is. Okay. Question is, do I take with my pawn or do I take with my... I think I'm going to go with this. Which I have no idea if that was right. But it is what it is, right? Funky endgame position here. Oh, okay. Wow, that's actually a really good move by our opponent. I don't want to relinquish control of that. I think we're going to go here. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. Oh boy, we might have just fumbled. We might have just fumbled. We'll see. We'll see. We might have just fumbled. Yeah, we lost the tempo there. He can now go here. Yep, he can go here. And we're kind of losing out right now. Still could be a draw. Only so many moves both of us have right now. Really can't see what he's trying to do. Okay, so he goes for that, which I think is wrong. If he moves up, I'm going. Straight up, I'm going. Like what? In fact, this, yeah, okay. So if I go up, if I go up, he moves, and I go again, hold on. Up, moves, up, moves, up, moves, up, moves. Oh, I think he wins that race. Whatever, let's just go. Oh boy. We just lost, I think. He's going to get a queen. In fact, I think I'm going to resign. So yeah, we lost. Got a little impatient in the end game. Not sure where we went wrong. End games are tricky. Endgames are tricky. There's so many different things that go into them. There's, it's very unclear. There's a lot of different things you could do. And in this case, we lost. Let's see at which point we lost. Let's see. We're going to look at a computer analysis. Okay. So yeah, man, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So it looks, I probably should have just taken his pawn there. So it looks like we were chilling all up until this point. Yeah, and I so computer says that was a blunder, which is what I did, and that I should have done this. If I do this, it's a draw. And if I do this, I lose. Yeah, that was the changing point of the game. Yeah, so it's funny, man. Chess, you can play a great game 95% through, and then you make a mistake and you lose. And it is what it is. I got over eager, and I got lazy, and I got too excited by the prospect of winning, and too entitled as if I could just make a move and not, you know, review the consequences of my actions. And it's funny, man. As much as chess is just a game, like with other games you play, right? And my athletes will know this. You'll discover things about yourself as you play the game, right? You'll discover that you're impatient. You'll discover that you're selfish, or that you're, egotistical, or what have you. And that's where you can learn, right? In this case, I was so caught up in the idea of winning that I'd rather make a move hoping I might win than to take the draw. And instead of calculating to see how it would go, in fact, in my calculation, I think I showed that it wasn't going to work, but I just went for it anyways because I really wanted to win. Win for y'all and win for myself. And so, it is what it is. We lost that game. We won first game, lost the second game. But this video is like 30 minutes long already, so we're going to end there. But yeah, that is all for this week's chess video. Leave in the comments down below anything of note, particularly your chess experience, as well as your username, if you have one. And if not, create one. It's free. It's fun. Chess, it's not a game that everyone's going to be drawn to, but, it's a game that I always wanted to learn and always wanted to get good at. And, it can be a pretty steep learning curve, but it's fun. And I think it's a worthy endeavor if you even have a small part of you that wants to learn how to play and progress as a player. So that's it for today. Tune in next week for another chess video, and tune in later this week for another talking head video. We'll talk about life stuff, more motivational stuff, more practical stuff, and just stuff that's more real life than chess. But hey, like we discovered, chess can sometimes teach us. I'm looking over here because that's where my video camera usually is, but we're on the laptop and the laptop's here. Anyways, that's it for today. Hope you all are having a good week. Happy Tuesday is when this is uploaded, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.